Last year didn't go great in Columbus for you. What was the lesson maybe that you learned from that night? You guys are going back there at the end of the season with something that maybe you're looking forward to when you go back to play Ohio State.
Yeah, I think last year, what I took from the game is, not to let anything that happens in the game, sway how we're thinking about the game. I think we let that first half affect our team and how we performed in the second half. But yeah, I think just keeping our composure and going into big games like that and responding well was the main thing I took from that. Going into the game, man, I'm excited to catch those boys again, man. It'll be a big test for me. I know they want to, beat me pretty bad again, like they did the first time. So, I'm gonna try and hold my own, man. I'm excited, with the guys I'm gonna go to war with, and yeah, man, we're building something special.
How challenging was the cold of that game? Like in the 20s?
Yeah, it was like they said it was like 11 degrees, felt like 4, man, and it was pretty cold, man. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't feel my hands in pregame like that. It was hard to warm up, but once I got the adrenaline flowing, I thought I did a good job at just getting acclimated with the game.
What was like the helmet going too? Was it cracked?
Yeah, man. I took some shots, man. I cracked 2 helmets in the game. 2 of the my Vices helmets, and I had to switch to my 3rd one. And it was a hard, tough game, man. I think the weather played a lot of effect in that. Just it being so cold, and yeah, man, it was a fun game.
What did that game kind of tell you about what Big Ten football is like?
Man, I've always watched Big Ten football, and I've always thought, that they've had the best players in the country playing the Big Ten and the SEC. So, it wasn't really, what it told me about the Big Ten. I knew we were going against a tough opponent, and that, we didn't show up how we should have. So, I took the L to the chin, and, I'm excited for this year.
Coming in from the SEC and now the Big Ten, kind of what is your perception of kind of how these two conferences compare to each other?
Yeah, it's 2 great conferences that, have their own traditions. I'd say the SEC got, some crazy fans in the SEC. They really bring it every game. So, you really feel the environment in away games and in home games. So, I think, I'm not too familiar with the Big Ten and how the games are played, but, this year I'm excited, for that challenge. And, I know they have a lot of great players in the league, and, I'm excited to go compete against them.
Sorry.
Coach Foster mentioned that in that Ohio State game, he was impressed with the toughness you showed in that game. How much for you is toughness something you pride yourself on?
Yeah, man. Toughness it just comes with not wanting to quit, man. I think I always want to win. I hate losing. Losing is just kind of makes it's not in me. I don't know. I hate to lose. So I think when I'm trying to go out there and win a game, whether that's however many hits I take, I'm gonna do anything it takes to go out there and try and get a win.
Saying that, obviously, UCLA has had its share of struggles over the years. How much do you kind of view that as a challenge to, make it so they don't lose as many games?
A great challenge, man. I think everybody in the locker room has a chip on their shoulder, and our coaches have a great expectation for us to meet. And yeah, man, we're gonna go out there and prove ourselves right, man. That we're gonna go out there and be a successful team and have a great year.